बाजारों का हाल में अब बात बजट की। कॉर्पोरेट इंडिया क्या चाहता है इस बजट से, समझते हैं। आज हमारे साथ वित्त मंत्री की विश लिस्ट लेकर आए हैं कंज्यूमर गुड्स सेक्टर के ब्लू स्टार के ज्वाइंट एमडी बी त्यागराजन। मिस्टर त्यागराजन, स्वागत है आपका सीएनबीसी आवाज पर। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, आई वुड लाइक टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज इट दैट यू एक्सपेक्ट द एफएम टू डू इन दिस बजट।
Yeah, good morning. We are excited about the forthcoming budget. I am also optimistic that it will be great for Blue Star through the announcements that will come through. I will communicate to you in a few parts. Number one is to do with the direct taxation. I firmly believe that there will be certain SOPs for the income tax, which means the disposable income will be higher, so that is good for our room air conditioners business, which is growing rapidly, and it is going to grow rapidly in the coming year also. The second thing is to do with the agriculture sector or the food processing sector. I think this budget will have several announcements to boost the agriculture production, food processing, cold chain, etc. We are a very large player there. I think we are going to immensely benefit through that as well. I am not dealing with the GST rates for the time being, because the GST Council from time to time will take a call. I am also of the opinion that the custom duty related changes are not a sustainable one at all. One can introduce a safeguard duty, one can go ahead and increase the custom duty so that domestic manufacturing grows. We are not really worried about such changes, because these are all not going to be sustainable. We have to make the country overall competitive in the global arena. Towards this end, our plea is to relook at the free trade agreements. There are several anomalies there in free trade agreements, where, like an inverted duty structure, etc. The government is looking at how these can be ratified. The next point is to do with the R&D. As an Indian company, we spend a lot of money in research and development. I think for India's growth, research and development is something which is going to be making a lot of difference, specifically in the context of China. I think we are way behind in research and development related infrastructure and the investments. Lastly, irrespective of all this, the government is going to focus on employment generation, and we have a vested interest that more the people are employed, more spaces get air conditioned. Say for example, in an urban corporate sector, each employee generates 65 to 70 square feet of air conditioned space. So if 1 lakh people are recruited, 75 lakh square feet get air conditioned. So therefore, I think this budget overall will be very good one for the industry and specifically Blue Star. I am optimistic about that.
So one question that I have, do you think government can take some concrete steps to increase investments from corporate India and from other foreign players as well? Can there be a concentrated effort that you can think of in terms of investment, to increase the investment?
See, the investments were muted for several reasons. Like we have been not so happy about the construction sector, which affects some parts of our business. I think RERA was one of the issues, demonetization, GST. But I think residential construction is taking off with the lower interest rate. So the construction sector should see, specifically the infrastructure development. I would expect the finance minister to announce investments for several airports, for example, and community development or the social infrastructure development. Like, we don't even have a convention center which we can talk about. If there are 5,000 people, no event can be held in any of the cities. So I think that infrastructure development will be a big thing. Metro railway will attract quite a bit of investments. Now, private sector investments was muted basically because of the overall economic environment. Demonetization, GST, everybody were dragging their feet. But I am clearly seeing signs of light commercial segment, shops, showroom, boutiques, small hotels, small nursing homes. All these things are attracting a lot of investments. It is growing. I think next year corporate sector investment should come again. But normally in the election year, everybody waits for the election to be over. So to that extent, I think we will be unfortunate. I think we should rely on large government-aided development. That is how it will be.
Okay. ओके ऑलराइट थैंक यू सो मच मिस्टर त्यागराजन हमारे लिए समय निकालने के लिए और अपने व्यूज शेयर करने के लिए। तो ये थे मिस्टर त्यागराजन बताते हुए कि जरूरत है इस वक्त R&D पर फोकस करने की। इनफैक्ट पिछले कुछ दिनों में जो भी हमने बात की है, ज्यादातर कंपनियां ये चाहती हैं कि भारत में जो R&D रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट पर जो इन्वेस्टमेंट हो रहा है उसको बढ़ावा जरूर दिया जाए। चलिए इसी के साथ मुदित आपसे भी हम लेंगे इजाजत। थैंक यू सो मच समय निकालने के लिए। फिलहाल लेंगे एक छोटा सा ब्रेक और ब्रेक के बाद कमोडिटी बाजार पर करेंगे फोकस।